Hi there, scholars. It's Miss Iredale again with another day of math exploration. Today we're going to look at comparing fractions with the same numerator. Which one's the numerator? Is it the number on top or the number on bottom? Number on top, absolutely. Tells us how many parts we have total. All right, so the first example I want you guys to think about is the question 1/3. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to 1/2? Well, like I said, what we're exploring are numbers with the same numerator. And yep, it's a 1 up here and it's a 1 up here. We have the same numerators, but our denominators are different. Well, what does that denominator tell you to do? It tells you to cut your whole into that many equal parts. So boys and girls, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut this whole into 3 equal parts. We need to shade in 1 because that's what the numerator tells us. Okay, 1/3. Well, in this particular fraction, the denominator's 2. So we have to cut our whole into 2 equal parts. And we are going to shade in 1. So which is larger, this piece here or this piece here? I believe it's this piece. So we are going to say 1/3 is less than 1/2. And that is how you want to read a comparison statement. You read from left to right, just like you would with a book, okay? So 1/3 is less than 1/2, okay? So the rule of thumb when you are comparing fractions with the same numerator is that the denominator is going to tell you which is bigger. A denominator that is larger means that the pieces are going to be smaller because more pieces were cut. So the larger the denominator, that means the smaller the units are going to be. It's kind of counterintuitive, I know. That means it kind of goes against what you would have thought, but you just have to remember with fractions, you have to visualize what it's asking you. Okay, same situation. We've got the same numerators, but we have different denominators. So we have to ask ourselves, would I rather have 2 out of 4 pieces or 2 out of 6 pieces? Visualize, kiddos. That 4 tells us that this unit has been cut into 4 equal pieces. 2 of them are going to actually give you half of the whole, because 2 is half of 4. On this particular fraction, we have to cut it into 6 equal pieces. So our whole has been cut into more pieces, hence your pieces are going to be smaller. So 2/4 is greater than 2/6 because the pieces, these 2 pieces, have been cut into larger pieces because there were fewer pieces to cut into. It's kind of tricky. Like I said, I know it's counterintuitive, but the denominator being 6 means that the whole had to be cut into more pieces, hence the pieces are smaller. You would rather have 2 out of 4 than 2 out of 6 if you wanted a greater sum. So the rule of thumb, if the numerators are the same and the denominators are different, you are going, the bigger piece is going to be the piece that has the smaller denominator. The smaller the denominator, the bigger the piece size. Hope this helps out with you guys. Happy studying.